You're listening to I Went to a Singles Night, where real people who came along tell us anonymously exactly what it was like, the nerves, surprises, the awkward bits and everything in between. This week, I went to a singles night, and once I had spoken to the first few people, it was just easy. Hello, so I am joined by somebody who's been to 2 of our events now and has very, very kindly agreed to come on and speak to you all on our lovely podcast about those experiences. So tell us how long before you came into this community that you were single for?
Hello. So I was single for a year since I sort of joined, and it was very impromptu, sort of the reason why, sort of how I ended up in it.
Oh, okay, tell us more.
So it was literally 2 days before New Year's Eve, and my aunt, because I've got a young daughter, my aunt was like, "You should go out New Year." And at that point, I didn't have anyone to go out with, and the Facebook algorithm,
Hey, heard you.
yeah, it heard me and popped up the New Year's Eve event. So I just went and booked it. It was just
Whoa, and booked it on your own? No friends to come with, just you?
on my own. Yeah, booked it on my own, and I did it immediately so that I couldn't back out.
Oh,
Because it
that's
was too much
brave.
money to change your mind.
Yeah, that's so brave. How did you feel after you'd got that ticket through?
I'm good, excited, nervous, but I'm glad I did it for myself. It was like if I sit on the fence, you talk your way out of it.
Yeah.
So it's like, no, I'm gonna just do it. That's
Love
sort of
that. So
my
the day
aim.
arrives,
Yeah, the day arrived.
and tell me how, like, because there'll be people out there that really want to know because they're probably thinking about coming to other things. So the day arrives, talk me through it.
Um, I mean, the biggest thing was what to wear.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we
That
had
went through
James
my
Bond, didn't
wardrobe.
we?
Yes, you had James Bond theme, so that went through my wardrobe a bit. Uh, but it was good. I mean, I wanted to drive, so I made a point that it's like, okay, well, I'm going alone, and I can go home at any point because
Yeah.
I'm driving,
Yeah.
rather than having to sort of worry about that in this scenario. It was like, well, yes, I'm nervous, and yes, it's something I've never done, but how can I make it as comfortable for me as possible?
Yeah, that's so wise.
Um, so yeah, I turned up. I was a bit nervous in the car, to be fair. Butterflies in the car. I think that's
Oh,
always where I get my butterflies.
yeah.
But then once you're in and you've spoken to the first few people, like it's just easy.
Did you get there earlier? Did you get there later? What was your kind of timetable for it?
I got there early. Actually, I
Yeah.
like to get early and settled,
Yeah.
and rather than sort of have the rush. And I like to get a feel for the room first.
Yes. So yeah, get your bearings. And also if you get there early, you're not walking into a load of people. You're kind of
Yeah,
either in the middle of it or at the beginning of it. And then you can watch everyone else walking, which is always really
yeah.
nice, isn't it? Did you see the welcoming committee at all if you were early? Did you?
No, actually, I think I managed to dodge them.
You, you dodged our Wayne. You did a good job. So you missed them and then you came into the event. Tell us about, how you found it because it's your first one. How was it?
Um, it was really good. It was just nice to be out in a community of people that wanted to speak and socialize,
Mm,
but also be in a room where you feel sort of relatively safe as such, because it's very much different than going out on a night out on New Year's
yeah,
Eve clubbing.
yeah.
Um, so it was just you were a lot more relaxed in it.
Yeah, and everyone's really nice, aren't they? Like people are friendly and they're like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, and I think even if you're not there sort of specifically ready to date, it's just you're in there in a social environment chatting to people, which is good for everybody.
Yeah. Did you watch the games for the evening or did you join in?
I watched the games. I
You
didn't
watched
join
it.
in.
Yeah.
I was chatting to people, to be fair, so I was sort of preoccupied.
Was this talking to potential dates or talking to friendships or?
Yes, it was talking to a potential date, so kind of
Oh,
got distracted.
well, I mean, I can forgive that. That's the whole purpose. So you got distracted talking to a date, and did you make any friends there or speak to any of the ladies?
Yes, I spoke to a couple of ladies. I probably made more sort of conversation at the speed dating though, because I think it was easier to mingle there. It was rather
Quieter.
than yeah, and I think sometimes at New Year everyone's sort of off in their tables or off in their groups already, so you
Yeah.
feel like an imposter coming in to join in. Whereas
Yeah.
speed dating because there's sort of fewer people and you're not going in groups as such.
Yeah.
It's easier to sort of mingle with people.
Well, yeah, because you've got to kind of be on your own on your table,
Yeah.
haven't you? Whereas at the disco, you kind of people tend to gather then in once they're in and find little groups to sit in. And
Yeah.
we've got a very cool thing we're doing for the next disco. I don't know if you're coming or not.
Yes, I am.
Thought
I've
you
got my
might.
wings.
You've
I've,
got
I've, I've got wings.
you've got wings for our Valentine's disco. I
I've
love
got
that.
wings.
You're gonna be an angel then, or is it devil wings? You can go either way.
A fallen angel. I was
Ah,
going to go as a devil, but then I dyed my hair red, and then my red outfit clashes.
so
So
I yeah. Ah,
I had to
that
do
makes sense.
a big turnaround, few minute, like last minute turnaround.
Love that. I'm just wondering how many people will be angels and devils because we're gonna with the games we're gonna pit the angels against the devils. So that should be fun. But I
I'm
was just
joining
gonna
in the games
say
this
again.
time.
You're gonna
I
join in?
am going to join in the games. Yes, I'm not going to talk. I'm sorry. I'm joining in the games.
There'll be no chatting anyone up. So I was gonna
Good.
say at this one we've got a different way of getting people talking. So we're gonna have an activity booklet so that it doesn't rely on people hearing what I'm saying on the mic because I know that was an issue. So we'll have a little booklet with like questions in, or it might say something like go and find 5 people to play rock, paper, scissors with. It'll be just little different things. So every half an hour, if you want to join in, it gives you an excuse to, it's optional, but it's an excuse, isn't it? So if people
Yeah,
are, yeah, it hopefully will avoid that situation where you feel you can't go up to people on tables, and I'm hoping it'll create a bit more movement around the room.
yeah.
Be
Fingers
fun.
crossed.
Yeah, so
Like,
now we'll come on to speed dating because you just said about that. So this
yeah,
was your first ever or first one with us for speed dating?
first ever.
Oh, tell me how that went.
I mean, for me, it went very well.
Yeah, yes.
I walked away with quite a few matches, I must
Yeah,
say,
you did very well.
which is very nice for the confidence, I must admit. But I was just happy to be there. It wasn't for anything else other than just the experience and to have the opportunity to talk to people and see if you can still flirt a little bit
Oh,
and
yes.
communicate. And it's good practice. There's 18 people that you can practice flirting with for 4 minutes at a time, and if it
Yeah,
doesn't go well, who cares?
yeah. It is great to have that many people coming along, isn't it? Because what did we have?
Yeah,
Like 18 men, wasn't it? Did we get
I
all the
think
men?
so.
Yeah.
Was there one less man? One less man?
It was the ladies actually. I think,
Oh,
yeah, we had 3 ladies not turn up to
yeah,
that one and one man. So I think we're
yeah.
either 17 or 18 men. So you've got quite a lot of dates and a lot of matches, which is awesome. So you came in quite confident, and I loved that.
Yeah.
How did you manage to achieve that? Because a lot of people get scared and they maybe their confidence goes. So give some advice to people.
Um, I mean, I must admit, I was scared to walk in. So I sat in the car for a minute before I walked in. And I give myself a pep talk to be like, no, come on, because I think you don't put the best foot forwards if you don't come across confident. The
Yeah.
people don't see the real you. Um, and you only live once. And
YOLO.
yeah, and you're there for a reason. Um, and I think it's realizing, or what I've realized, is that not to take things too seriously.
Yes.
And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It doesn't matter. You've left the house, you're having a nice time, and you're socializing with people.
Yeah.
And if anything else happens, it doesn't, it's a bonus.
Exactly.
And it's taking the small wins rather than putting pressure on yourself. Oh, I must get matches, or I must do this, I must do that. It was just, no, you're here
Yeah.
and you're talking. And if nothing else, you've spoken to a great group of women in the beginning.
Oh yes, that was
You
fun.
know, but yeah, I like how you do that to begin with, to be fair, because it helps everyone relax rather
Yeah.
than feel like they've got to be performing straight away or be on edge.
Yeah, no, I love that. It's always like a little chicken pen in the room with the ladies because you all meet before, don't you?
Yeah.
Either whether that's in the dating room or just in the room, you have a bit of time together, and it does
Yeah.
build friendships as well. We are going to do a ladies' night, I think, in September, so not for a bit yet, but it's on the cards. So that's definitely going in the diary this year because there are so many friendships. So then the guys came into the room once
Yes,
you were
they
settled,
did.
didn't they? How did you feel when like that first date happened? Because that's quite a nervy moment, isn't it? So when the men came in, what was the feeling?
I think it's easier for us women actually than the men because
Yeah,
we down and the men are like, oh my gosh, and I've got to walk the whole room.
yeah. Being looked at.
Yeah, so they sort of they watched, aren't they, as and judged
Hmm.
as they walked to their sort of seat. Um, but no, I think the biggest thing for me was not to take it too seriously
Yeah.
and to just talk to people.
Yeah.
And my criteria, I think that's also why I got lots of matches, because my criteria was relatively low.
Yeah.
It didn't particularly matter on your appearance or what you looked like. My thing was, if the 4 minutes went really, really fast, if you make me laugh, and if I found you interesting, I want to then speak to you more.
Love that. Yeah, because 4 minutes isn't long, is it?
Yeah, no. And if you're sat there going, hang on a minute, we were halfway through a conversation, actually, I want to talk to you, whether that's then as friends, whether that's as anything more. It was just, I really enjoyed that 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's keep talking.
Yeah.
And it wasn't necessarily for sort of any other reason than that originally. And then you sort of get chatting to people more in depth, then, don't you? And then you
Yeah.
learn more about them, because you can't learn everything you need to know in 4 minutes.
No, definitely not. What would you say to our men is the best approach? Because we get lots of different opinions on this from the ladies. So I'd just be interested to give the men some advice for me.
Um, Start with an interesting question, because I
Okay.
think it makes you think out of the box. Because then you're not default and you're memorable.
Yes.
You
What
know,
kind of
hi, how are
questions?
you? Oh God, that's a good one, isn't it? Um, I did have a long list off the top. Like I studied for this. I must admit, I didn't use your questions
No,
because
didn't need them.
I didn't need them. And I think also, when you are chatting to someone and it's so easy, you don't need the questions. You don't need to fill the
Yeah,
space.
that's it.
And that was when you go, okay, no, I'd match with that person because I want to speak more.
Yeah, no, I get that. So leading with an interesting question. What about the way the men dress? Any advice there from a lady's perspective?
Um, to be fair, I think all the men that I saw dressed very well.
Me
Like,
too.
some were more formal because that's what they like. Some were more casual, but they still look very smart.
Yeah.
Um, which is nice. I mean, I sit on the more. If you tell me it's casual, I'm gonna be going smart casual, if not smart. But I think as long as everyone's comfortable, it's it shows, doesn't it? Especially with the
Yeah.
ladies. Like, it doesn't matter who you are. You wear something that you're comfortable in, that you know that you look good in, or
Mhm.
you look in the mirror and go, "Oh, I quite like that,"
Yeah.
because then you project that anyway.
100%. Oh, you're so good at this advice thing. And I think there's so many people are going to love hearing from you because there's people sat on the fence right now listening to this right now when we put this out who will be going, oh, that's me. Oh, I relate to that. Oh, I could probably adopt that attitude. I could walk through that door because of people like you coming on and sharing. So, final piece of advice then for those people who are on the fence. And then I'm going to ask you about what's happened since the speed dating. So, final piece of advice.
Final piece of advice: anybody could do it. If you knew me 2 years ago, I was not the person I am now. So I had a massive year of self development. I was in a horrible relationship before, um, and no self confidence, nothing. I didn't leave the house. I didn't communicate with anybody. Didn't have social friends. Nothing. And so don't feel like you're ever at a position. Oh, that's not me. I can't do that, because you can, and and you can get there. And even if you like New Year for me was just, I wanted to be out. I wanted to leave the house and have the opportunity to talk to people. And yes, okay, you're not necessarily ready to date right now, this very second, but that still doesn't mean you can rule, like, you need to rule your things out, because you can still come and talk as long as you're single.
I love that. Yes, as long as you're single, do not start me on that. We've only ever
Yeah,
had that happen
right.
a handful of times where people have not been single.
But as
So
long as you're
yeah,
single, like, it doesn't matter if you feel like, oh, I'm not ready to date yet. Well, come out, come and talk to single people, just come chatting, because this will all help, so that when you are ready, you are more confident, rather than go, oh, I'm ready to date now, and
yeah,
I've not left the house or spoken to anybody in 2 years. And then you've got to start the whole thing from scratch then.
Yeah. So it's about building your confidence in the community, not waiting until the exact right moment to walk in.
And I think as well that you build friends.
Yeah. And from the friendships, we've had relationships formed. So we've had people that have met over a series of events. They became really good friends. Everyone knows who they are. And now a few of them are dating each other. So that's really exciting. So yeah, exactly that. So I think people are going to want to know how post-speed dating's gone. Have we had any dates?
Had a couple of dates.
Oh, good.
Yeah, there's a couple of dates, and we've got a date sort of pending as such, waiting for another date. So yeah, it's nice, and I feel like yes, there's a few people I'm dating to see, but that's not a bad thing either.
No.
I think as long as everybody knows where everybody stands,
Mm-hmm.
having a few people to sort of decide or to work out what you want or what
Yeah.
you're looking for is a good thing.
And to get to know them properly. Take your
Yeah, because
time. Yeah.
take your time, no rush. And
Yeah.
if it takes, a few months, it takes a few months. If it takes, it doesn't matter.
No.
Rather than sort of rushing into something too soon and not actually know the person that you're sort of getting into things with.
Oh, it's giving green flags. It's giving green flags all the way. We love that in our community. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to share your experience with everyone else. I'm sure they'll find it really helpful. And it's just a gift that you've given our community, and we will see you at the next event.
Yes, definitely. Thank you.